Evening guys, or morning, depending when you were watching the video. PJ here. Started behind channel, as you can tell. Obviously my other YouTube, PJ Grant 85, mainly do a dash cam, and so it's a bit of a conflict thing, really, if I just add ant stuff onto it, because obviously it's not really no good. As you can tell, I've got an intro now. Yeah, okay, it's a bit evil with that legendary laugh. But you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm no good with speaking to the camera. That's Hood's job, not mine. Mine's usually get the crowd going. Basically, you know, Hood and that lady have asked for an ant tour. I wish my phone has stopped going off. So yeah, so what I do is I start with, and as you can tell, I have got the intro. Thanks to Pumpkin, she's done me a really good logo. You know, it's, well, why not, an ant with PJs. Hey, what can I say? Yeah, so let's get started with the ant tour. It's going to be a bit of a mess because I'm due to go on holiday soon, so I haven't had a chance to tidy it up. And as you know, with my Nico Colonies, I'm going to struggle to tidy them out unless I get another outweld or something like that to tip them in. But it's no fun when you've got the amount that they pop out eggs and then the quick turnaround. So bear with me, bear at all. I'm not going to be able to pronounce it, but I have wrote on the actual the enclosures what they're in, the little nests. Right, let's get to it. Alright guys, so what we'll do is we'll do both of my Nico Colonies first. This is my one queen Nico Colony. This is she originally started off in an AC hydration nest, one of the big ones. And we all know how expensive it is to order from Ants Canada, especially with the taxes and import duty. But they purely because I've kept them at 26.5 degrees and kept them on a very high protein diet. It didn't take long for them to outgrow that actually the AC. So I spoke to Akushi and see what he says, because obviously I'd seen other ant keepers have like the laptops, and obviously I know AntsHood's got them, and I thought they look pretty amazing of what they are. And obviously I like, you'll see with, not so much now, but you'll see a lot of the stuff, I like the modular stuff, and yeah, it works for me. I find it a lot easier. Some people find it better with the tubes, but basically, yeah. And because I've kept them at a height, so they've gone from litres to bounds. They've always entertained me. Basically, you know, some people would find them not particularly fun to watch, you know. A lot of them, as you can see, a lot of them just lays about, but I think it's just majority of the Capinisos, whatever, I can't even pronounce it, species. But as you can see, they love, well, before they used to just all in here and all in here, and then I had the additional to the actual laptop bit. And you know, it took them about a few days to get used to having that, but they've never really looked back, and they love it now, you know. But yeah, you're gonna have to excuse the mess, because I've just got so many, and they're near enough impossible to clear out without getting about 60 of them trying to climb up wherever you get, and then they go into full panic mode and and then we get a nice whiff of nice furic acid, which is lovely. You know, it gets up your nose, makes you sneeze, and it kind of hooks you off. I have ordered 2 more laptop bases from Sid, Kushi even, purely to spread them out a bit more. And, you know, but as you can tell, they need a good tidy. You know, oh, and there you go, there's antimatter's feeder, liquid feeder there. I must say, it done better than what I was expecting, purely for the numbers of the Nicos. So within the first, they managed to get 17 mil in 28 hours, I believe. But as you can see where the Nicos are, they're camping out. They love camping out. So when I went to go and empty it and refill it, yeah, I didn't really think about it too good. I ended up having like loads of them climb up my arm, which was really, really fun. So I had to get the old Hoover out. Got to love the Hoover. So I've refilled it. And the next time it took 4 days for them to drain it completely. I filled it up again last night, and they've barely taken any out of it. So I think with going forward, it is a good product. So I've actually spoke to Antimatters and ordered another 5 because I'm going on holiday. So I need something, you know, for the person that's looking after. He's never looked after ants before, so it's going to be a bit of a worry over 2 weeks. But I'm going to have to tidy it on Friday. Try my best to try and clean what's on here. Okay, so what we do is mind the pit. My 3 queen colony. As you can tell, I live in a pit. Well, my man cave's a pit. So, this is my 3 queen colony. I got these June 2021. Antics again. And as you can tell, I am an Akushi fanboy. Love his products. Never fails to amaze me and disappoint. Yeah. Let's say it's XL Saturn. And as you can tell, they camp out. Yeah, got a big massive dirt pile. But yeah, again, they're just numbers. I was hoping to get like brood piles in these, but they use it as a holiday home, camping out. And then when their pillows get a bit uncomfortable, they do get out and make a pile on the floor. So these are the AC hydration nests. Not very hydrated because they just hydrated themselves. And as you can tell, they are full of brood, larvae and stuff like that. I couldn't tell you where the queen is. Well, 1 of 3. I know 1 has been camping out in here somewhere. And that's the MS.5, 3.5. Oh, and there's one of the beautiful girls now. And as you can tell by here, and that's just rammed as well. But there's not much more to say about the. Oh, there's another one. Yeah. So the other one's got to be at least got to be in the bottom one. Yeah. Wow. Let's go back to the ant room. Right, we are now in the ant room. Back in the ant room, the ant pit. Let's get these girls down for a minute, shall we? Problems with these ones. There's about one queen and a worker. They hide under the cocoa foot, so I won't be able to see her, basically, her and a worker. But I do, you try and pronounce it, because I ain't got a clue. I really ain't. So, moved on to the Manica rubida. She's doing very well. She's got about 10 to 15 workers. On a waxworm diet, cocoa fibre base, and she's doing very well. So I believe, from what I can remember, this is my 4th attempt with them, but purely due to inexperience of keeping them in the past, wasn't successful. But this time, because they're in a Saturn's nests, both of them. But yeah, she's doing really well. Got a massive pile of brood. Try and zoom in. But she's doing really well. And these are my new addition. Yeah, me try and pronounce that. Yeah, ain't happen. So I call them messerars. They do, messerars. So yeah. So these are my most recent buy. I was looking at leaf cutters. Look, you can see my reflection. I was looking at leaf cutters, but due to like other people's not done so well, although their leaf cutters have died, and due to my busy lifestyle, due to work, because I do work long hours, I don't believe they would get my full attention. This is why I go for species that very low maintenance. And yeah, so I thought, and I was looking at these, and when I see them at AntCon, I thought that was amazing, especially Rex's Colony, because it looks so well. And I thought, why not? I think they was well priced, in my opinion, for what they are. I'm always a great fan of the larger species, as I've never really done well with smaller species. They've always died on me, especially like the UK ants. Any of these UK species ants, they're no good. So yeah, they love millet, but it's quite good when you've got a redundant supply of it, when you've got aviary birds like budgies and stuff like that, so you've got loads and loads of millet. I did try them on waxworms. They really didn't like it. They was more just attacking the waxworm, even I cut its head off. So I thought, because I started giving my Nico's Sterline steak. So I tried the ladies with these, in which is there. I'll zoom in. That's a bit of Sterline steak there. And they love it. They absolutely love it. Pure real protein. So I'm hoping that these will do very well. Also, I just noticed today one of the workers was dead, but I think that was just purely down to age related. So I hope they start thriving very well. Okay, move on to the next one. The old Tetras. Yeah, I'm not even gonna pronounce all of that. I got my first colony from Antics because Ants England had this Saturn's nest. Yes, and because I see she had a Saturn nest with these ladies in it, I had to buy it. Yes, AntHood and Ansling. Therefore, I buy a load of products from Kushi. But yeah, so I got a colony of the old Tetras there, and I thought they're not going as quick as I want. Went to AntCon and found out Antimatter had a few colonies. So he gave me a test tube for a pint. Good trade. He got the point, I got the ants. And obviously they accepted well for each other very well. And we all know how Antimatter's colonies goes with these. Leaps, leaps, leaps and bounds. And so, and then he started his own website, as you can read in the descriptions below. And so I bought another colony off him, Tetramorium, because I thought they weren't. There's my finger. Producing, they wasn't getting big enough, quick enough. So I bought another colony off of him, which is but now I'm seeing a lot more mass in the test tubes and stuff like that. These ladies, they love wax worms. Not so over keen on steak. Prawns, you can tell out there. And as you can tell, I need to tidy this as well, which I will. I think this is going to be a long video, isn't it? But if you want to see more interesting the colonies with these, check out Ants England and Antimatter, because he's got the Tetra Cities of Life. Okay, move on to these ones. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. I will get it wrong. Most definitely get it wrong. And upset a few people. I've had these 2019. They go from leaps to no bounds. They get big, have a massive die-off, and not particularly brilliant. You know, they are fun to watch. They're quite an aggressive little ant. You know, for what they are. You know, it's like the Jack Russell of ants. They're small, but get super pissed. Sorry, annoying. But they used to be a massive colony, but they just had a massive die-off, which is sad because they are fun. And I have these as well, like everyone else. Mine don't like to leave the test tube. It's like, this is our house. This is where we're staying. We're not moving out. They like breakfast in bed. So I give them breakfast in bed. And then I've not even moved in there. You know, it's... There they are there. I don't know if you can see them due to the shading. But they're very happy in the test tube. They are cool, especially when you stick like a red runner in there. When they chase it down. And hunt it. But yeah, to be honest with you, that is basically my ant tour. I'm not very good at this recording stuff, so you have to bear me. It'll get better as it's not more confidence. Just I don't really like recording and talk to myself. And then I'll have the local freeloaders. They always come to visit. I don't know. There's none on there, but yeah, they look to visit. So yeah, that's the tour of my ants. Don't know what more to say, really. Other than yeah, check out Antimatter's website to get the old Tetras. They're really, really good. I can't fault the liquid feeders he sold. So he sent me to try. Basically, he sent me one to try, and I'm very impressed. So that's why I have bought another 5, due to the amount of ants that I have in them, especially in them colonies. I'm a massive thank you to Pumpkin for, as I say, doing my logo, and yeah, and answered for the last shout out on his last video, on his Messers video, and I wish him the best luck with such a large colony. But yeah, well, thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and share. If there's anything you would like to see, again, sort of thing, I'm hoping to get to 50 subs so I can start live streaming my colonies. So I can just leave them in the run in the background. Don't forget, if you've watched to the end of the video, that is, if I get to 100 subs, it's going to be a little bit of a giveaway. It's only going to be a £10 voucher of an Antics or a Kushi. It's only going to be £10 due to self-funding. And yeah, I'll speak to you soon, guys, and take care.